I think we can all agree that when they say that money is the root of all evil, money is the root of all evil, right?
The love of money.
Even though we love money, it's the root of all evil.
That's what the whole point of the fear-mongering is.
Right.
But the biblical thing is the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Not money itself, but the love of it.
Because of what people will do for it.
Yes.
Okay. So let's play a hypothetical game. All right?
Okay.
Powerball is up to what? It's $1 billion?
Yeah, 1.09 billion.
So needless to
Almost
say,
as much as Taylor's worth.
You take the cash option, you're rolling deep with $500 million.
Right.
So let's say you need some money. Oh, I just want some cash. Thick comes to me and he says, Lewis, can you, throw me $10? I'll go buy, something to drink and a Powerball ticket. And I say, yeah, here you go, buddy. Here's a 10 spot. Go play. Well, Thick Rick hits the Powerball jackpot. How much does he now owe me? Because it was my money that won that jackpot.
Well, I borrowed $10 from you.
You did.
So I absolutely owe you. I definitely owe you $10. Fact.
So is that all you're doing? You just give me my 10?
I'm saying that's what I definitely owe you.
Okay.
Now,
because I have a theory that if
you get
you're
a commission,
I would think that I did, because you would not be where you were had I said no to lending you $10.
Well, I know, but I mean, we're talking about I owe you $10, but I feel like I should give you more.
Okay. Now there are 4 options.
Oh, I have specific
You have some options.
Okay.
One is what you said, the $10 that was loaned to you.
Okay.
2, half the winnings. You split it 50-50.
That is an absolute hard no.
I'm not giving you half. Half. I got $500 million. You gave me the $10. You're not going to have to work again for the rest of your life, but you're not getting $250 million from me.
But I gave you the money that gave you the $500. I was your gateway to $500 million.
And you know what? A bank loaned me money to buy a car, but I didn't have to give them back. I'm not even going to try to do the math on the interest you're talking about. $250 million on a $10 loan.
Interest.
Here's the thing is you have to set out the parameters beforehand if you want any of the winnings.
That's a good point.
You have to say, listen, I will give you this $10.
So now we need a lottery.
But if you win, you have to give me, 10% of your
Now we
winnings.
need a lottery lending prenup.
A loan contract.
You do. Otherwise, you get nothing but your $10 back.
Third option is all the winnings.
Get out what?
And the 4th option is straight up nothing.
No, I mean, those are dumb options.
I posted this on Facebook.
No, you should have vetted those options with us. Those are all stupid.
Yeah. I'm going to hand you your $10, and you're going to have the greatest Christmas you ever had in your life. But I'm not giving you half.
But it's my money. Technically, I bought the ticket.
Okay.
Okay, but you didn't specify beforehand that you required winnings if the person won.
Yeah, but what are the odds you're actually going to win?
Right. You got to specify
Lauren
beforehand.
and I look at each other all the time when we play the lottery, like, we're going to share, right? Yeah, we're going to share.
There are better options.
What option? Throw one out there.
Number 1 is you're owed the $10 back. Hands down, that is absolutely what the terms were at the beginning. I'm loaning you $10. You gave no other stipulation. So if I win money with the $10 I borrowed from you, what I owe you is $10. Now, I could say, hey, I'll give you $1 million. How about that? Of my gigantic winnings, I'll give you $1 million. there are levels of money that I could give you that don't equal half or all. Those are ridiculous.
Not really, if you think that without my $10, you didn't have anything.
Okay,
if I didn't play the thing, you wouldn't have.
I would have just borrowed it from someone else.
Right. But you didn't. You borrowed it from me.
Yeah. So I owe you $10. That was the terms of the deal was a $10 loan.
So you're so stingy with your $500 million that you don't give me 10.
I'm saying that's what I owe you. Now, anything beyond that is something I might decide to give you because I just want a gigantic pile of money that I might say, hey, listen, if it wasn't for you and your $10 loan, I wouldn't have won this. So here's $1 million. That way I'm still filthy rich and you're kind of rich.
I know that I am a terrible human being. I will be the first one to say that. I just did. But I also think a certain way. I am a firm believer, and I might be the only one that thinks this, if your really good friend wins the lottery on the outside, hey, that's great. I'm so happy for you. On the inside, you're like, they don't deserve it. It should be me. Because that's how I think.
So let me back up for just a second. When you loaned me the $10, did you know that I was going to play the lottery?
Yes.
Okay, you knew I was going to play.
You specifically
So
asked
why
me.
didn't you say, okay, but if you win, you got to give me whatever amount?
Well, I shouldn't have to.
Well,
Should I?
I mean, if
Yeah,
you're
you
expecting
should.
it,
Wouldn't
yeah.
you
Now
expect-
you're acting really, your butt hurt over the fact that nobody wants to give you any of their winnings.
But if
you
I-
should have said something up front.
If it was reversed and you gave me $10 and I won the lottery, I'd be like, oh man, we got to split this. That was
Okay,
your $10.
that's fine. That is out of the everybody will share out of the out of their own heart, what their own heart determines. And maybe Thick Rick's heart determines that you get your $10 back, period.
Oh, no,
Dick Rick's
Dick
Dick Rick's a stingy bastard if that's the case.
I wouldn't do that. there are a lot of generous people listening that are texting in.
Yeah, because we're all playing with fake money right now.
Right.
I am telling you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
When you win that money, all of a sudden you become Scrooge.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Doug says this reminds me of a guy that played the lottery with a bunch of coworkers every week, and then the week he decided not to play, they won. And they offered to give him some money, but he thought he was owed an equal part, that he ended up with nothing.
Oh.
That's different. You didn't play.
Nick,
If you come to me and say, hey, can I have $10? I want to go play the lottery, and I give you $10, as far as I'm concerned, whatever that winnings are, even if it's just $10 more, that's our $10.
Oh, so you want split the $10 winnings too? You want that?
If I gave you the money specifically to pay the
You
lottery,
loaned
it
the
should
money.
be right. If I loaned you the money and you were going under the specific guise that you were buying Powerball tickets, I feel like that's a verbal contract where, yeah, we're going to split the jackpot if we win. I don't see
feel
where
like
that
you
line.
have a
I don't
lot
see
of-
where that line of thinking is wrong.
Well, where it's wrong is it's unspoken. You have unspoken expectations out of this loan. It's like, not only am I loaning you $10, there's a crap ton of expectations I have as well as
So-
to how you're going to treat me
So
based
you're-
on what happens with this $10.
So you're saying
if this person took that $10 and went and bought a Big Mac and a Coke, would you expect half that?
No, it's different though.
It
was half
isn't.
the
It
Big
isn't
Mac?
different.
It's
Yeah.
different. A Big Mac's not life-changing money.
boy, this is too I mean, you're talking about generational money here,
Right?
man. $500 million.
We're not talking about $100. We're talking about $500 million.
I'm reading these texts. Nick said I'd say at least 25%. Ace said I'm splitting it with the person who lent it to me, 50%. I'm like, you're crazy.
Okay, well, I mean, that's really nice, but you're not obligated to do that.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can out of the goodness of your heart, but there's no obligation there. Chris and Gahanna says this question's bad for Lewis and Kelly because Kelly doesn't like Lewis that much. If it was anyone else, now that's not what makes you say that. What I'm annoyed at is the expectation behind the loan. Either explicitly tell me that you expect money if I win, or what your expectation should be is you're getting your $10
So I got to
back.
go. If you just come to me and go, hey, man, let me run down to the store real quick. I'll buy some Powerball tickets. Can I borrow $10? Okay, sure. Now I got to go, wait, before you take that $10, I have written down on this piece of paper
Yes.
that explicitly says that if you win the Powerball, we're going to split it.
Yeah.
Well, no, a verbal contract will hold up.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
but what he's saying is that he needs to be explicit about it, and I'm saying absolutely
Yeah.
you need to be explicit about it.
Lewis, let me borrow $10 to go play Powerball. Okay, here you go. But if you win, you got to split it with me. It's real simple.
Yeah, it takes 2 seconds.
I shouldn't have to say that, though.
Yeah, you should.
And for the record, I really like Lewis. I don't know where. Am I coming across that I don't like you?
I thought you couldn't stand him.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, that's awful. I don't
mean,
feel
I'm
that way
kidding,
at all.
Kelly, I'm kidding.
I thought
So
you
much
liked me,
I'm
too. I mean,
kidding.
the day you were in here carving a prison shank and looking at me was kind of odd, but I got over it.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
If you lose $10, are you splitting the loss? Good answer, Rick. Good question, Ramsey.
Toe Man's going to buy you lunch and give you your $10 back.
I know. I bought 40 with your $10, got a DUI. You owe me half the ticket. Not true. That's not the same thing.
I love it. I love Chris is giving you the $20 million plus the high five. I like he's adding the high five on as a bonus.
I just think you should give me more than the $10 back.
I absolutely agree, and I would. I probably would. I would give you at least a minimum of $10 million, probably more than that, because I know that I would not have $500 million without that $10 loan.
I do like this, and I know you just read it, so I'm not repeating a text, but if you lose the $10, are you splitting the loss, Ramsey said. That's a great idea. If you give me $10, I play the lottery and lose, I only owe you $5 because we're splitting the loss.
Yes.
Now people are throwing out logic that makes no sense.
That makes perfect sense, Lewis.
Not this one. The one, so does Lewis get part of Kelly and Rick's paycheck since he helps with the show? That's not the same thing.
Well, he gets his own paycheck. He ain't touching my paycheck.
Right. It's not the same thing at all.
Dustin will give $10 back plus $1 million. Now, Roderick would give you $100 million, but he said you would have to pay the taxes.
Okay, and that's fine. I would expect to pay the taxes. Someone said I think 20% is fair. I would agree 20% is fair.
Yeah, well, of course you would have to pay the taxes. That's income for you.
Sure.
If I give you $100 million.
The precedent in Vegas casinos, winnings belong to the person who played, not the person who owned the money that was played. Well, that's where Vegas has their problems.
Amanda Moore said, I'd give you some, Lewis, but she didn't specify money, so I'm not sure if she was...
Matt Brown says people get business loans every day. If that business performs above as expected, you don't owe more money to the bank because your business performed well.
This is not the same thing.
Yes, it is. It's a loan.
It's not the
We're
same.
talking about a loan.
This is not the same thing.
Huntington Bank doesn't go, well, I'll give you the money for that business, but if it does really well, you owe me extra.
Great point. Great point.
This is not the same thing. You're giving someone money to gamble, and they are winning. They should share the winnings. It's just how that is. Why is this so hard for people to grasp?
Nobody read Laura's, right? Once you give someone money, it's their money, so you technically did not buy the ticket. If you agreed the money was a loan, then all you are owed is the $10.
Yes.
But what you are owed versus what I will give you are two different things.
Yes, perfectly said.
Half is absurd.
Absurd. Absolutely. That's a perfect text.
It's
Laura
really
wins.
absurd. James says on our Facebook wall, if someone's borrowing money for the purpose of gambling, regardless of the amount, that person likely has a gambling problem.
You do. You have an issue. We don't. That's
I
definitely.
believe there's an 800 number you can call.
Okay, Amanda says that she kind of agrees that I act like I don't much care for Lewis. I swear, that is terrible. I'm changing right now. I
you can't.
absolutely like Lewis.
No.
I just give him a lot of crap. I
mean, that's
really do like...
Come on, you guys. That's what friends do. It's ball busting all day. I've said this before, man. My friends and I used to say things to each other to try to make each other cry, but we love each other. You know what I mean?
Buzzard says it's very obvious Kelly doesn't like Lewis. Oh my gosh, you guys, I swear I like Lewis. Have you been feeling this way toward me this whole
Not
time?
at all.
And I've been like just
He's
completely...
going to a therapist, Kelly.
Do you
But not
believe-
for you.
I mean,
I haven't come up yet in the topics of conversation.
You're the real reason that he sits down in the shower. You know, it's like...
I just think a lot of what he says is crazy, so I have to come up against it.
Well, it is. We like him, but yes, he's crazy. And here's Shinedown on the Blitz.
Sound of Madness or the sound of me and Kelly fighting on the Morning Blitz at 7:51.
Now, a lot of people are chiming in on how they think that I feel toward Lewis. A couple people saying, oh, let's see here. We have Sweet D who says, Kelly, it's more like he's your annoying stepbrother. Seems like he gets under your skin, but you wouldn't shove him in front of an oncoming bus.
I want to thank the 5 people who see where I'm coming from on this whole lottery thing, including Dominic, who said, good morning. If I accept money to play the lottery from a friend and I win, then it's a 60-40 split for me, which is what I'm saying. It should be a split. I'm not being an entitled Richard.
You are.
Sally said, Kelly, do not stop. You say what you think, okay? What we all think about.
Okay.
So whatever she says to you, Lewis, I guess they're all thinking the same thing.
Yeah, and if they hide their win, that just is going to ruin the friendship even more. There'll be signs. I don't know.
Oh, my gosh. And I'm sitting here listening to all of this. Like, it doesn't sound like Kelly likes Lewis. It doesn't sound like Kelly likes Lewis. It's like every other day, no matter what I say, both of you team up against me.
Yeah, see, Lewis and I can be a team.
Uh-huh. Absolutely.
Dan says the Kelly and Lewis tension's the main reason I listen.
It's funny. Rick's still never going to be at our smoothie club.
I know.
Tracy says, Kelly, it isn't that you don't like Lewis. He's like an annoying little brother. It's obvious when he gets on your nerves.
Yeah. Now, Byron,
I get on everybody's
hear
nerves.
what Byron said, if you don't like Lewis, there's something wrong with you.
See? Smart guy.
He's speaking
right
in general. Look at Byron.
I will die on my hill. If your best friend wins the lottery and they don't give you anything, or even if they do, you're still good. There's a part of you. It might be a smaller part of you than it would be of me, but there's a small part of you that goes, they didn't deserve that. I did. I don't care what you say. If you say anything otherwise, you are lying. So go sit in your bathroom mirror and have the conversation with yourself, because you know what I say is true.
Oh, my gosh. Larry said Lewis is so stressed out over how Kelly feels about him that he goes home and cracks a steering knuckle over his head so he can stay home.
pretty much.
That's it.
That's what I said. This will work. Ow, that hurt worse than I thought it would.
It's the Morning Blitz